All right, folks, welcome to another edition of Ascension Outdoors. I'm Lyle Johnson.
I'm Goosie, guys.
From South Louisiana, I guess I should explain. Looks like the kind of home for my kind of man. We were fishing in bayou streams and dreaming from dream to dream, flipping on what Mama Nature stored. Yeah, you won't believe the things I saw on old Lake Maurepas. Mama Nature, you're gonna drive us all insane. For the rustle of their wings in that cold December wind brings me back to the banks of Maurepas.
Ascension Outdoors is brought to you by Lane's Jewelry and Design on New River, offering custom jewelry design along with in-house cleaning and repair. Snow Seafood and Steakhouse on Airline Highway, serving great food since 1971. Roland J. Robert Distributor, serving customers with petroleum and petroleum products since 1924, along with super stops located throughout the region. Bayron Smoked Sausage uses the original Louisiana recipe from 1938 to produce the best smoked sausage, andouille, green onion, and smoked boudin around Ascension Parish.
See this man? He has no character. See this sausage? That's Bayron Smoked Sausage. It has character. Made with an original Louisiana recipe and slow smoked with hickory. Bayron Smoked Sausage. Sausage with character.
Oh man, look, welcome to Snows. We're here for another episode of Ascension Outdoors, brought to you by Lane's Diamond Jewelry Design right there on New River Street, close to Airline, man. I tell you, he's been hooking up some young couples with some engagement rings too. I've been seeing this time of the year. They got a lot of proposals going on, and so Lane can take care of your jewelry needs no matter what.
No doubt. There's a lot of things going on. They got a lot of stuff going on in outdoors too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, some changes being made in the Louisiana Outdoor Writers Association. The fish records are here.
Yeah, the fish records. We had some communications from some people that offered. Some of them were friendly, some of them not so friendly. Changes about the state fish record, which is, you can't ever please everybody with what you do. Sure. So I spent a lot of time researching all the other states. I researched every state that their border was on, Atlantic, Pacific, or the Gulf of Mexico, and got their rules, and about 95% of them require fisheries biologist examination for the fish. So that, and sometimes that's the complaint.
Right. We
got to bring it to a biologist. So
yeah, I can see that.
With a suggestion from one of our members, we are going to change that to a new first place record has to be examined by a fisheries biologist. 2nd through 10th place can be done by photo. You have to take 2 photographs, one of each side of the fish, and submit it. Then you can do what you then you can do your application. But you still have to get a biologist to look at the picture and sign off. Yes, this is the species. Now, if for some reason the biologist can't determine the species, then you have to present the fish.
Really?
Yeah, you could do it electronically. You know what I'm saying? You can email one of them the fish and the application, and they could sign it and scan it and send it back to you. We can do everything as much as we can electronically, and that's the big thing. Is the
I like that. I like that change. That's pretty neat.
So it makes it a lot easier for somebody to do a fish record, especially if it's not a new #1 record. You know, so just makes it a lot easier where you can. A lot of people, especially our offshore and inshore guides, have people from out of state.
Sure.
And they don't have time to deal with it, and so they gone and the fish is gone, and this way, all they need is pictures.
That's interesting. You know, you take a picture of the fish. I caught a couple of fish in a pond off the Amite River this year that was, they were rock bass is what it was. Right. But I took a picture of them, and after I cleaned them and all, I went to a fish book and found out what they were.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that picture pretty much identified that fish. Right. Pretty much so. And you know, speaking of Louisiana Outdoor Writers Associations, look, it's time again for our youth journalism contest to come up.
Right.
So now this involves children from the ages of 7 to 13. There's 2 divisions here. One from 7 to 13. The other division is from 14 to 18.
Right.
And this is essays about outdoor experiences you had. And it's not all the blood and gut thing, hunting and fishing, although that is a big part of it now. But it's camping.
Any kind of outdoor activity.
Backyard activity with outdoor, whatever thing, whatever adventure you may have had in outdoor, you may want to write about. Typically, between 300 and 1,000 words need to be sent in. There's 3, I think, Safari Club International and Louisiana Outdoor Writer Association supports these events. So there's 3 places in each event right there.
And then you got a photography event as well in the youth journalism contest, but that encompasses 7 through 18.
7 through 18.
All one category. And the photos are the same way. They don't have to be a fish or a squirrel or a deer. Anything in the outdoors.
Now, we got a lot of children out there that love outdoor activity, you know.
And we got a second one as well. It's a youth male and female angler of the year contest as well. It's a photo submission along with an essay of the trip or whatever it is, and you send that in as well. Now this is 9th grade through the 12th grade. That qualifies for this. It's just one event, one young man and one young lady will be selected for the Youth Angler of the Year, male or female. And this prize here is pretty good. It's a lifetime fishing license.
That's big time prize.
Right.
And look, I go along with the other prizes in the other 2 divisions. The essay division and photo division is
cash prize.
Very good cash prizes.
And they give away first, second, and third place.
It's worth putting your time and effort into it.
So look, we got a little bit of information on the screen about the youth journalism. You can send your application to the Advocate through the mail. You can go on our website, just Google Louisiana Outdoor Writers Association or laoutdoorwriters.com, and the information is on the website that you can get. And look, encourage your young kids to participate. So where are we going to be fishing?
Well, this next film you're getting ready to see of us fishing is a trip, a sac-a-lait fishing trip in the Amite River Basin this February, and it's all about time and really when to go catch the fish when they're getting ready for the spawn of the year there. Now you catch them fishing there all year long. You learn how to fish them in the summertime. That's a little different than what I was doing on that day in February. Weather conditions, everything just fell together right. And you can do that quite often. There's plenty of fish in that river right now.
That's right.
Plenty of fish there.
All right, man, we'll be right back.
Out a little bit trying to eat. I'm not sure that I'm far enough into this data really make that decision. Because the fish ain't biting, the weather or whatever, check out Snow Seafood on the airline in Gonzales. You can get some very fine eating seafood over there along with steaks and other things. Good day, man. You know what you got to look for. If you want to fish sac-a-lait in the shallower part of the water system, anyway, you wait till when that you start getting in February, them first 3 or 4 days in a row, where the temperature is like 70 degrees, 75, 76, 3 or 4 days in a row. You can't hardly go wrong then, especially if there's no floodwaters and things like that in this river system. But I have seen times when there was floodwaters and stuff in these river systems like the Amite River, which is very common now, that you will end up, if you go way back into the back of some places that's maybe canals and stuff that's too shallow to fish, during normal water times, that those fish will get back in there during those high water times. So I have been successful here in high water periods, but in general, just everybody going to catch fish, you need the water to be kind of like in your favor here. And look, when you do this kind of fishing here, you're gonna get hung up. You fool with them jigs and stuff like that, you're gonna get hung up. So you got to have your some kind of little device, whatever your choice may be, to get you unhung. In this case, what I'm using, it works pretty good. It's just a mop handle, broom handle, whatever you want to call it, with a notch cut in it where you can go down your line and just poke your bait, and it'll most of the time come free. But you're going to get hung up when you do. No, we didn't mess it up too bad. Yeah, just 5 minutes ago, we were sitting right over the top of that right there. And we said, well, we messed that up. I said, oh, let it sit a while.
Both got hung up.
Stephen, this Stephen Cavalier, by the way, y'all, he helps us with photography. He's our cameraman sometimes, does a fine job. What else you do? You work for a couple of charity organizations and stuff.
Yeah, I work mostly with 413 Outdoors. We do a lot of stuff with disabled kids, wounded vets. We do a little bit disaster relief stuff, and just anybody in need in the community.
Right.
We help out a lot of other local charities. We do stuff with anything outdoors and Hogs on Hogs. But I mostly do the camera work and stuff with 413 Outdoors.
Well, that's great, man. Thank you for your help today.
No, it's no problem.
I'm glad you got to catch a couple fish.
Enjoy being outdoors.
Come on, right there. There you go. I knew he was in there. A scalar. I'm gonna tell you something right there. I knew he was gonna be up in that little hole right there. See them little ones like that right there? A lot of people don't keep sac-a-lait unless they're real big, and that's fine and good. I like filleted sac-a-lait too. But them scalers like that, that's a good eating fish right there. Yep, very good eating fish.
This sac-a-lait is good eating, but I'll tell you what else is good eating is Veyron sausage. Veyron smoked sausage is hard to beat, bro. I've tried many different kinds. They've been consistent for a long time.
Gonna be another one in there. There you go. Oh yes, indeed. They ain't caught no white ones yet, though. They all black ones. Now the black one spawns earliest. It's the earliest fish to spawn in Louisiana. Matter of fact, the black one. That's probably why this action's happening. But these fish don't have eggs. None of them I caught so far got eggs. All of them is empty. They may let them spawn. For all I know, I mean, we'll probably make that determination later on today. Ooh, that's a good one there. Oh, he's hung up in that darn limb. Well, I tell you what. He got hung on the limb. I thought it was a big old sac-a-lait there for a minute. A bluegill. Kind of early in the year to catch them. I do normally catch some at this time of the year, a few though. And that's also a good eating fish. There he is, right on the edge there like you was talking about. Not a problem with my reel though. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'll tell you right now, that fish there, I'm gonna thank the cameraman for that one. He said, I just seen one roll while you was taking that other fish off, or fish for that other fish on the edge, on the end of that darn treetop that come out right there. And look, I threw out there and I had some problem with the reel. I was trying to get the string right on the reel, and he bit it a couple of times. That's way out there too. I mean, considering what I'm trying to do today, get right up against the bank. But that fish there's still on the brush top way out. I appreciate that, cameraman. And look, that's one of them ones with that black streak down his head right there. I never heard really why that is, but let me tell you a story about old laborer I used to work with down at Marathon. He tell me the LSU catch them sac-a-lait like that and get them marks a lot and mark them so they know that it's one of the fish that they caught and released. And he's dead and gone now, old Reverend Patterson. And I never could convince him that ain't true. I said, man, ain't no way that's true. But he believed it was true. He was from Donaldsonville, Louisiana. Pretty sac-a-lait right there. Beautiful fish, man.
Robert Distributors and Super Stops got the place just what you need to get your groceries, water, gas. Some of them you can even get bait.
It's time for them too. It ain't far before that action picks up big time right there, down in this area. Stone. Oh. There we go. Oh, I wish I was at work. I wish I was at work right now. You know, y'all, again, he took it down. Oh, I ain't really, I'm fishing, I'm wanting to catch them up against them trees is what I'm wanting to do. But they're not really, there is some up against there, but they're not really stacked up against them trees right now. I'm catching some way off. And I'll tell you what I wanted to do this morning. I wanted to get some shiners in the darn bait stand. We're going to open at 8 o'clock, and the cameraman, Stephen, and I, we're going to leave it at 7, so I didn't wait around for that, because I usually catch fish without the shiners, but I like to have them just in case, you know. But right now, I guarantee you somebody could probably, in some of these spots, could anchor out and just fish shiner in that area and catch them, because it seems like a whole bunch of them is staged right at the edge of maybe at the edge of the drop-off or something right now, because they're not all up against the trees, like I'm wanting them to be. Brought to you by Lane's Fine Jewelry and Design. Thank you for sponsoring this show, Lane. Check him out, New River, Gonzales, Louisiana. I didn't get no good hook set in him either. I did not get a good hook set in him. If he stays on, it's because he wants to get caught. Oh, it's a pretty one too. Now that one there, I'm talking again, down in there, down in his mouth, all of them in the top of that, just like you're fishing a worm or something, the bite would be there. Now that fish there, I'm trying to use Captain Clyde Fost, the crappie psychic bait. I'm using one of his trailers right there. I was getting a bite or two a while ago, and it seemed like they wouldn't take it, and then I tried that. So it does work very well. I have used his products before. Planning on doing a show with him before long, a sac-a-lait fishing show. We've been trying to do that for a couple of years, and he's real busy at different venues selling his product that he's got. He's got several different attachments that you put to lures. He even got some speckled trout size trailers and stuff like that nowadays. I seen down in the butte the other day catch a salmon or some kind of fish up north on one of Clyde Fost's trailers that he had. A nice fish, but I just caught a nice sac-a-lait on it. So it looks like that's gonna work pretty good right there. Oh. Come on. Every one so far is of the black species. Every one of them. You can't. Look, I'll catch these fish here. Usually I'll catch a mess or two and I kind of lay off of them a little bit. But you know what? We're just one hurricane away from having to rebuild on our fishery again. So like I say, I usually catch me a mess or two and I go to doing something else. But I catch these fish sometimes over here till about Jambalaya Festival time, late May, if you want. I've caught them that weekend, matter of fact. Yes, sir. Got to let the cameraman do some fishing. Good fish. Now, I was way out too.
Yeah, up in the middle of the pole.
Great, man. Yeah, he was way out there. We're gonna go around that again. I threw in there a couple times. They probably deeper right there, you see?
Yeah.
They probably deeper out there. That was on blue and white, huh?
Yep, blue and white.
Good job, Steve. Stephen Cavalier. I'm down the bayou. Yeah, you're right. Look like that blue and white's laying it on them in there, son. That one's on the inside too. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, we in this,
pretty fish. He's out deep. You went a little deep with your caught.
Yeah, went a little deeper.
Mm-hmm.
A little deeper right in the middle.
Yeah, good job, man. Beautiful.
Another pretty
fish.
one.
On a blue and white. And blue and white, look, blue and white typically a pretty good bait in Amite River. That just goes with that color water that we got, whether you're fishing bass or sac-a-lait. You say you got 7 bass? Well, that's not bad. That's a good catch right there. What you catch them on, spinnerbait? I see you chunking that
No, I stuck this on there to try to catch sac-a-lait out of there. Yeah, you seen us catch that sac-a-lait. I'm sure you went for that. But like I say, when I go bass fishing, I go bass fishing. I go sac-a-lait. Try to go sac-a-lait. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Pretty.
Got about 7 like that.
Uh-huh.
That's a white one. That's the first white crappie we caught today. Pretty fish too, good heavy one. Man, he popped it too, bro. That son of a gun there. There again, right in the top of the mouth. See, that's a white one right there. For y'all that don't know, it got those bars coming down his side. Beautiful fish. Man, he popped. I mean, that carp, boom, boom. You know, I love the way a sac-a-lait bites in general. They're, a lot of times, they're not that vicious of a bite. You know, a lot of times that carp can kind of stand up, and so you kind of know when you got one, you know. But, boy, that there popped it good. He, boom, popped it. I set the hook. Pretty fish. That's a beautiful fish. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I want to say there's a difference of the spines, and I'm going to check it out in a minute, but I think the white one has 6 spines up top, and maybe the black's got 7. 1, 2, 3. Remember, I went to East Ascension. It's hard for me to count sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. And the white ones and the black ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right. I want to say 7 is what they got. But it's more dorsal fins on them. But the easiest way to tell, y'all, if you got any questions, it's right there. That's the difference. One of them's got those bars going down the side, and the other one don't. Very familiar. Now, I think the black one gets the biggest out of all of them, for whatever difference that makes to anybody. Beautiful fish, though. That's 2 nice fish right there. He ain't quite as big.
White looking.
What did I tell you? I told you back in here, you catch some hammers in here. Yeah, that's a white one there. You catch some hammers in here. When you catch one in here, he's usually a big one. It ain't, it's just the way it is. I don't know why it is. But I pick it up and he was on there, boy. Big old white one right there. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Beautiful. We're gonna hang it up. Wind started blowing real hard. We caught all the fish we wanted. Actually left fish biting 2 or 3 different places. That's our catch for the day right there. That is one fine mess of sac-a-lait right there from the Amite River area. I hope you've enjoyed it. There again, you know, these opportunities, this is right at home, right here. No long boat ride, no expense, not a whole lot of expense involved with that. Been a great day. I want to thank our cameraman that came and filmed for me today, Stephen Cavalier. I appreciate his support today. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate our sponsors.
All right, folks, welcome back to Snow's Seafood and Steakhouse right here on Airline Highway. Been here since 1972. Got some good food, too.
Yeah, very good, very good. And sac-a-lait that I caught was good eating, too.
Oh, without a doubt.
No doubt.
You can't get them here, but you can get some pretty good seafood here. Now, this is a family pack that you can order to go, and almost like a seafood pack.
Yeah, I've done that several times. 2 or 3 people can eat that.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
I guarantee you. Anyway, that was a great fishing trip over there in the Amite River. Can't wait to get back over there again. There's a lot of fish in that river right now.
Yeah, you're right.
Stay away from hurricanes. It's going to be good. Hey, the first picture I got tonight is, I heard the shot on this one. Matter of fact, me and my granddaughter, Michaela, were turkey hunting for the youth season in Pine Grove, Louisiana. And I want to say it was about 9 o'clock, seemed like 9 o'clock or so. I heard a shot. I said, well, somebody got one. And I figured it was Caden Jolie, a nice gobbler right here, too. He killed at Pine Grove, Louisiana. Hung with his dad, Brandon. Turkey had 8-inch beard, 1-inch spurs.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful bird, beautiful bird. They must took that picture real quick right there. A lot of color still in it. Yeah, the color still in it.
All right, this next picture right here is a mighty fine sac-a-lait. The only fish of the day caught by Chase Cannon, but it was a pretty good size one. He caught it on March 22nd using a bluegill swim bait, bro, in a friend's pond. That is a beautiful sac-a-lait.
Yeah, you don't need to catch many of them when they're that big right there.
No.
You know, that's pretty fish right there. Here's a beautiful picture also. Cody Bro with a nice gobbler. He killed a 9-hour hunt, he said, in Mississippi. I've been there before. I've been on some 12-hour ones for 2 or 3 days in a row, didn't kill nothing. Anyway, this was a 9-hour hunt in Mississippi at 30 yards. Turkey had 9.5-inch beard, 7/8 spurs. Congratulations, Cody. I think that's his second one. I talked to his daddy last night. He said, I can't kill one for no matter what. And I've been there before, Carlos. Hang in there, you got a little time left, man.
That's right.
Maybe you'll get one.
That's right. All right, this next picture is what it's all about, bro. Brylan, Jaylee, and Braylon Watts, they pictured with catfish. They called Fishing with the Daddy in the Mississippi River on the Dyer Levee on April 7th using live crawfish. Now, the biggest one right there weighed 34 pounds. But that's a pile of fish, and that's something me and you ain't never really had no good fortune
too good at it.
Fishing in the Mississippi River and everybody else is weighing them out.
And look, I think it was year before last. I went down there again, had some guys I worked with, and they was tearing them up. And I went and I couldn't cast out far enough, so I started throwing in close. And I did end up catching a couple nice garfish that I shucked out the shell and got me some garfish balls made out and all. Some 30, 40 pounders that day. But I ain't never been too successful catching a catfish there. That is a true statement. Here's Mark Kramer. It looked like this was a pretty successful trip that he made with Fountain Door. They call limited bass and redfish with 12 specks fishing out of Falgo Canal, Ontario. Said they were using voodoo shrimp on a popping cork. Bull Red was a tag team effort, I can imagine. When they get that big, sometimes it takes a couple of them to get them in.
That's right. They took turns, really.
Yeah, well, they
holding on.
They'll whip you down. That's a big redfish you got right there.
That's right. That's a big one.
To be caught inside,
that's
very
a
big
bull,
fish.
like offshore.
To be honest with you, that's one of the better fall pictures I've seen from that area this year. Because they were doing some construction work there, water quality stuff, flood control stuff that kind of kept that water messed up.
All right, this next couple of pictures we got here is an old friend of ours. Been fishing for 73 years, bro.
Oh, he fishes all the time.
Oh,
he probably fished all 73 of them, too.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. He's been fishing for 73 years. Anyway, he caught a 10-pound bass, 10.07 in Toledo Bend. Officially weighed, tagged, and released in that fish recognition program. And he caught a wacky worm, pumpkin with purple flake, and about 2 feet of water. He caught a 588 the day before, the same place, about 10 feet apart.
The Eastern Central Sportsman League has like 350 members, and there's a big bass contest, monthly contest, and a yearly big bass also out of that. And he wins that
a few times,
6 or 7, 8 times a year.
Yeah.
And they got some pretty good fishermen in there. I mean,
that's right.
4 and 5 pounders ain't that uncommon for him. Congratulations, Richard. Hey, this is a nice fishing trip right here also. Not a bunch of real big fish, but there's down home how you get started fishing right here. Cody Tillier and his son Hoyt with a great string on sac-a-lait, brim, chickapin, goggle eye caught pit mint on a black and chartreuse 2 jig on March 24th. That's pretty early in the weird year to be catching brim and chinkapin, because chinkapin start a little early.
Right.
But that is a good sign for days to come. Once the spring finally settles out and it gets brim time, yeah, there's going to be a lot of that caught down there, brim and chinkapin down there.
All right, this last picture we got here is Tristan Foray. He was on that rabbit hunt with us not too long ago, him and his pop. He killed a nice gobbler opening morning hunting in Clinton, Louisiana. Turkey sported an 8-inch beard with a 1 1/4 spurs, and his Uncle Darrell called the bird in for him. He said, you couldn't tell which one of them was the happiest.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a team deal right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I know how
great
it
experience.
is. Yeah, you called my first one in. So
it is. It's a great experience to not be the one shooting it also.
Yeah. I bet that is fun.
It is fun.
All right, folks, we appreciate you tuning in, man. We'll see y'all on the next Ascension Outdoors.